and I proclaim the law of light, liberty, and love. I uphold the sanctity of all life, and I decree freedom for everyone. As the sun illuminates the earth, so do I bring clarity to chaos. I am the dream of the poet and the goal of the philosopher. I have been revered in every civilization, adored by the wise and feared by the wicked. My scales weigh the balance of competing claims, and I judge their truth without fear or favor. The ancient Egyptians knew me as Mot, the principle of cosmic order, and they sought to embody my virtues in their land and in their lives. In my halls they cried, I have not made weep, I have not caused pain, I have not made hunger, I have not killed. In Babylon, Hammurabi inscribed the code, so that the strong should not oppress the weak and to bring about the rule of righteousness. And he posted the laws so all would know the consequences of their deeds. I have been exalted in the divine wisdom and holy words of all the sacred books, in the Vedas, the Torah, the Dhammapada, the Bible, the Quran, the Adigram. I witnessed the gathering of 500 nations in America, and in Africa I guided the councils of the tribes. Greeks knew me as Themis, heavenly law and order, and Pericles called on me to establish democracy in Athens. And yet, in too many times and too many places, I have been denied, ignored, and even distorted. Every empire has used the might of the few to keep the multitude in misery. How many grand monuments have been built on forced labor? History is a bitter cycle of war and persecution and subjugation. Hierarchies of race, class, gender have set peoples against each other. And how much carnage has been wrought for the sake of gold and glory. And how many advocates of freedom have owned slaves? I inspired the courage to bring about change. Spartacus marshaled the slaves against the might of Rome. In medieval England, Wat Tyler led the peasants in a march that helped to end serfdom. And in the last few centuries, more and more and more of my defenders have come forth, as people have come to realize that liberty and justice for all means all colors and all creeds. In South America, Simón Bolívar liberated much of the land from Spain. In Jamaica, Granny Nanny led a rebellion that forced Britain to end slavery. And in North America, the abolitionists and the suffragists worked tirelessly to open minds and change the laws. And after long, long, bloody struggles, African Americans, women, Native Americans, and others have received the rights of citizenship. And yet, despite much progress, prejudice abounds, and poverty is rampant. And so, here now, I ask you, will you join my cause and help end this cycle of rage and repercussion? The greatest epiphany of this time is nonviolence. Mahatma Gandhi said that an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. And my champion, Martin Luther King, chose peaceful means in his marches and protests and vigils. He heard my call and he responded with boldness and vision. He declared that justice denied anywhere diminishes justice everywhere. And so I declare that all are equal before me, man and woman, of every origin and background. And now I ask you, come before my scales and weigh your lives. What is the truth within your heart? Are your thoughts based on reason or bias? Are your actions the expression of love or the repression of fear? It is time to learn that different is not dangerous and that the unknown is not unworthy. We must all learn to weigh the balance of the needs of the individual and the community and the planet and all who inhabit this world. Come and listen to my rhythm. The drums are the sound of freedom. The drums were taken from the Sami peoples in Finland, and they were banned among the African American slaves in this nation. But they have returned now as the voices of the ancestors. They are signal and herald, crying out and gathering to honor the sacrifice, to share the hope, to rejoice in the victory.